Sie gehören zu den führenden Death Metal Bands und haben auch gerade wieder ein richtig geiles Album rausgehauen. Bitte einen tosenden Applaus für Amorphis aus Finnland! Guys, during the pandemic, you had your 30th anniversary. Congrats, but you couldn't do a party, right?
No, not kind of party we would have wanted, like do the proper anniversary tour and celebrate the 30th anniversary, which was a bit sad. We did a couple live streams, which was a little bit okay, but as everybody knows, the live streams were like plastic to a wound at that time.
So aren't there any plans to come up with a 30th anniversary tour playing like old classics?
Yeah, let's wait, 40th anniversary.
Or 35?
35, yeah, that's sooner.
Fair enough, right?
Yeah.
You have a great new record called Halo, and it's more guitar focused, heavier. Did that happen accidentally, or did you have a master plan for that?
Not really master plan. We work again with Jens Bogren, with whom we did last couple albums, Under the Red Cloud and Queen of Time. So it's pretty much up to Jens what his vision is like sound-wise, and the material on Halo probably is a little bit more guitar or riff orientated occasionally. So he was driven himself into I guess guitar oriented, slightly more heavier direction with the sound world.
How many songs did you bring to the table when you go to the studio? Was it more than on the record?
It was more. I think we had like 15 or something like that.
Yeah, around there, 15.
Yeah.
15.
So that's really typical for us as a band. We have some bonus material, but not like tons of songs. But when we worked with Jens, he wanted to pick the most perfect songs for this album, and I think he was the right man to do it, because if we, as a band, we try to pick the best songs, it's gonna be total war, I think. But Jens, he really has a strong opinions about the music and the production, and he did a great job again.
So the first leg of this Halo tour is already over. How was it?
I have to remember how was it. It was good. If we talk about the European tour we did last November with Elevate, yeah, that was really cool, really nice. A lot of good venues, and now we start again. Almost a year after that, we do now the next European leg, which starts October, and we bring with us Solstafir, yes, from Iceland. Great guys, great band, and Finnish thrash youngsters, Lost Society.
Do you pick those bands yourself?
Well, you know, we're really fans of Solstafir music, and we were really happy when we, asked them if they're available, to join with us. And they did. Lost Society, they share the same agency and management than Amorphis. And, we always want to help other bands on the same agency or management label. So yeah.
And they are working really hard at the moment.
Yeah. Great band. Killer live band.
Really energetic and straightforward kind of band. So it's going to be a powerful package. That's for sure.
So looking forward for that tour. Already on the list.
Yeah. But I think it's nice that there is 3 bands, but everyone is totally different music-wise. So it's interesting, and for the people who are coming to tour to see the shows, I think there's something special for everyone.
This January, you have been playing on the 70,000 tons of metal. How was that?
It was great. I bet there are people who've been on that cruise, and everybody who's been there knows that it's like a big party together, bands and the audience. it's different for anything else because first of all there is no like separate backstage rooms or backstage cabins. So once you jump on the board, you're there with the audience and with the other bands, and that's absolutely great, you know. And you know you can have a chat with the people. Everybody knows, you know, to give privacy for another, but still keen to, you know, take selfies or come to talk, whatever. And that's one of the greatest things about the cruise. Plus, it's always great weather. You go to Bahamas or wherever, so it's not that bad deal.
But I think it's a best way to celebrate heavy metal, so to speak. And I think it's great to realize that the fans or the heavy metal scene, they are really friendly people. And as Esa already said, that they respect the privacy. Of course, some selfies and stuff, but that's really okay. But still, you can hang around there and check other great bands who are playing there. So it's really nice combination of kind of working and having a good time at the same time.
Your sound is really dark. Dark.
Really? That dark?
Yes. So it's kind of strange thing if you play in the Caribbean on deck during sunny weather and somebody jumps into the pool, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of. We were lucky to play during the night time, so we, you know, it was a little bit darker. So, but I get the point. There was like bands like Rotten Christ played in the middle of the day. We were watching the band, great show, but at the same time you watch people jumping in the, you know, to pool and enjoy. But that's the name of the game. That's why it's so weird and bizarre festival, you know. Yeah.
And I think as an artist, if you want to hide, you can stay the whole cruise in the cabinet if you want. But at the same time, you lost all the fun.
Yeah.
So why not to just take a chance and go to have a good time?
Yeah.
One of our colleagues did that, but I don't tell who.
Come on.
No.
Finnish guy?
Finnish guy.
Okay, we check. You released your biography this year, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, if you write a biography and have 30 years in history, do you think about all those special moments you have? Or some highlights you can tell?
Oh, it's a lot of things happened during 30 years. By the way, the biography that has been written already, like, I think 4 years ago.
But
And
now it's in English, right? First
now
time.
it's English, and it took, I think, 2 years ago. There was a German version out of that. But yeah, there's so many things, and like the author Markus, who collected all the stories, he interviewed a lot of people, you know, the band members, old band members, our friends, probably everyone who's some way been associated with Amorphis during the years. And you start to remember some things when somebody recalls something, and then you're like, okay, yeah, that happened there. But a lot of things, like early memories that you can't forget, like the first tour, for example, in North America. We did it in 1994 with Entombed, when they just released Wolverine Blues album. And we were touring with 7 weeks with a little band.
That's tough.
Yeah, and we call it a rebani, and you know the name recalls that we always received some adult magazines, and we just taped the whole van with pictures.
With art.
Yeah. Yeah, it was crazy times. We slept in the van. Sometimes we took one motel room and 6 guys sneaked in. You know, 1 guy took the room, and we did that for 7 weeks. But we were barely 20 years old at that time, so we still got the energy to do all that. All that is funny to remember, because if you think now, it would be impossible to even imagine to do tours like that anymore.
Mm-hmm. So is this biography uncensored, or are there parts which you didn't want to have in the book?
it's uncensored in a way that we told the author that, you know, we don't want to delete anything or, you know, read it afterwards, and if there's something, you know, we don't want to print, you know, then you have to erase it. So it's pretty honest book, and it's not like a Mötley Crüe Dirt, you know.
Yeah.
We always been a bit clever. But yeah, it's an honest book, you know.
Yeah. On the video, On the Dark Waters, great song. You stand in the forest, and I wonder, why do Finns always stand in the forest?
Why not?
That's only thing we have there. Some lakes.
And I guess
A couple saunas here and there.
there's almost no Finnish band without a video like that, right?
Yeah, I know it's stupid, but what can you tell when the director tells you to go stand in the forest?
Aren't you involved in this concept usually?
Well, it depends. I think it's for us. It feels more comfortable to stand in a forest than standing in a Caribbean Sea, for example.
Okay, I hear you. Gleich um 10 Uhr auf der Lauder Stage. Diese jungen Herren, Amorphis. Vielen Dank.
Vielen Dank.